is ready to go home. So we're just waiting for the midwife doing the paperwork, and then we'll go meet at the MJ and GM and Neo. It's going home. Finally, we're out. So these are all the medicines. Not really medicines, but pain reliever they gave me. Welcome home, Miguel. Bugnaw man lagi na diha. So many package, Miguel. I feel like you go bigger in just 2 days. Di ba ko pugos ni mo, oy, lisod man, Ben. Nya lang taduwa, ha?
Brother.
Hindi, Jim.
Sleep pa man, sleepyhead pa man.
Looks like doll.
You look like a dog.
Sige siya simhot na, Ganaan na yung ilong. What's the smell? Familiar?
Ayaw pagkatata.
Ayaw pakat-katan. Suk-suk na siya diya. Smell.
Lihok yun. Yung lihok ko ba na? Kayo.
First feed since we got home. So he's sleeping a lot today, so I feed him at the hospital while we are waiting to be discharged, and then he's sleeping from there until we get into the car, until we reach home, until now. I mean, we have to wake him up so he can feed because it's now like past 5 o'clock. He's still sleeping while feeding. Total opposite from last night. Last night in the hospital, he just won't settle. He's crying. He's feeding non-stop, and every time I put him down, he just started screaming and screaming. I have no sleep. I think I only have 2 hours sleep last night. So I called the midwife, asked help, and she said it's because it's his second night. They call it second night syndrome, when a newborn would really be having, they call it cluster feeding, like a non-stop feeding, and they would just keep looking for it and crying if you stop. And he said it usually happened on the second night because the first 24 hours they are quite settled, but like observing the environment, and the second night that's when they like having a hard time to adjust. That's, I think, the time it's sunk in that they're already out. It's a different environment for them. The midwife said this morning it may also happen again once in a while, because it would take at least 6 weeks for them to like actually settle and have a routine.
Ang dagong.
Oh, yan naman siya nga, ready na ni. I-open ko na.
Yan na, ritso. Yan na, ritso.
Na nagawas nga dagom ako nakitaan, di na mabli.
Dili nga, duda ko magawas pa siya, no?
Really? Hello, Ate MJ. Meet Ate MJ. Nag-awake siya? Yeah. Eyes are open. Siya si Ate MJ ni Mo Miguel. He's done feeding. He's in his bassinet. Hello, Miguel. Look at you. You're just awake. listening to the surroundings. Veggie baby. Hello. Miguel. You're so behaved. Maybe you're still observing the new environment. What's my hospital bag? Snacks. I take home. So I didn't eat. Yeah, so most of this I haven't used actually. This one, lanolin nipple cream, but who knows, I might, because I didn't had a crap. Although yeah, it's a bit dry my nipple, but it didn't. I didn't look for this, so I was not able to use it. Also, this nursing pad. So this is useful when you are soaking wet. As for now, not yet. I didn't have a lot of milk yet, so I was not able to use this one too. This one, nuts, but maybe not yet. So I think when I will come to the point when I have a lot of milk and I would be like hardening or something, then maybe I will be able to use this in the future. But in the hospital, no, I haven't used these ones. As for my clothes, I brought like two dress and one pants with one shirt with button opening. But actually, I've only used one because the first 24 hours I was just using the dressing gown from the hospital. The next day, I used this with opening as well in the front. And then the third day, I changed to this. Medication is here. It's like I'm still in the hospital. The personal nurse. What is this? What is this nurse?
That's Panamax.
Panamax, 2 Panamax, and
One
one ibuprofen. So these are pain relievers. I have to take 4 times a day, and the other one is 3 times a day. It'll be after meal. So it's good to be home finally. So I stayed in the hospital 2 nights, and then the next day I went home already around in the afternoon. So generally, for the cesarean section, you're gonna stay there 3 nights, but to me 2 nights only. And I asked them if it's safe for me and the baby to get home the next day after 2 nights. Then I want to go home, and then the doctor came there, checked me, and then he gave me consent to go home. So they just sent me pain reliever like Panadol, like paracetamol, things like that, and the injection, which I have shown you earlier, that is to avoid blood clots. And then it is 5 doses to be administered once a day around the same time. So I had twice. I have mine for the first 2 days in the hospital, and for the third one, 3 more doses. We have to do it ourselves. So the midwife showed me how to do it, how to inject it yourself. So yeah, that's Jeff helped me to do that for me. As for the girls, the reaction is like quite new. I mean, the baby is new to them because we never had, they never encountered or play or get near with a newborn before, because we don't have newborn in our family or around our circle of friends. Although they are small kids, but they don't really like interact or play with them, so it's a whole new experience to them. I can see they're more of curious than excited. Curious, especially JM, because keep on checking and looking at, observing how the baby moves or react. So that's it. Miguel is settling well on his first night, first 24 hours in the house.